friends. Thank you for joining me today. For today's bar workout, you actually don't need anything unless you want to have a mat to work out on or you want the back of a chair or something to hold on to for balance. But otherwise, you don't need anything, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with some releve lifts. So same thing as a calf raise. Bring your heels together so your toes are turning out, and when you're ready, we're going to bring those heels up and down. This is a nice warm-up for those calves, and we want to really focus on posture here. So notice if you might be flaring your rib cage out or sticking your booty out. We want to really work that alignment through the spine, so keep the core engaged and lift up through the crown of the head. Beautiful. Come up nice and high under the balls of the feet. We're going to hold the next one up, and now we're going to do a little bend of the knee and stand and lower. So lift, bend, stand, lower. Let's keep that up for a few more reps. This is where it might be helpful to have something to hold on to. Beautiful. Let's do one more, and we're going to hold that bend. Come up a little, down a little, keeping the heels lifted, and be sure you're not sticking the booty out. Beautiful. Keep it up. And we're not straightening the knees when we stand. We want those knees to stay soft. Two more. And hold. Beautiful. See if you can pull your heels together and push your hips forward. All right, when you're ready, we're going to take into little bitty pulses. Tiny movement here. Squeeze those glutes. Yes. 3, 2, and 1. Open those legs a little wider. We're going to do some plies next. So bend and stand. Your toes are still turned out, and we're still focused on that upright posture, so be sure you're not dropping your chest forward on these. Yes. Push down into those heels. Always keep a check on your core. Let's go 3 more. 2, and hold. Now lift the right heel and the left. Nice little alternating heel lifts here. We're really working those calves in the leg portion of class today. We're not bouncing up and down. All right, the next time you bring your right heel up, hold it, and then we're going to do little movements here. Staying low. Keep the heel lifted. Two more with the right heel up, and then we'll lower, lift the left, and same thing, small movements. Are those thighs burning yet? I'm feeling it over here. Stay low, stay low. 3, 2, 1. Bring everything up. Now we're going to do a couple lunges, and we're going to start with curtsy. So whichever leg you want to start with is fine. We'll take it out to the side. We're going to cross and bend, and we don't want the inner thighs to touch. So if you notice your inner thighs are touching, don't step so far back. And also, you don't want to twist your hips, so make sure you're not turning when you do these. So we want to step back and bend, and then we're going to add a little passe lift. So bring that knee up to the side. Take it down and lift. Down and lift. Watch your balance. Got another one where it honestly would probably be helpful to have something to hold on to. Good. Once again, we don't want to lean forward. Sometimes we like to in these, but it will work the side of that quadricep if you can really keep that chest lifted. Beautiful. We're going to do 2 more just like that. Keep the second one down, and now halfway up, back down. Drive down through your front heel. That's where I want you to really be pushing. Lift the chest, tighten the core. All those good things you hear me say over and over again. And let's hold. Maybe you can push the hips forward slightly. Good. And we're going to take into those little bitty pulses. Keep pushing into that front heel. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll switch legs. All right, remember, don't let the inner thighs touch and don't turn those hips. Cross and bend, and then lift that knee. Bend, lift. Good. Chest stays up, abs stay in. Good. Get full range, nice and low as you can bend. And we're bending both knees. I know a lot of times when we do curtsy lunges, some people forget to bend the knee that's in the back, so make sure you're bending good there. Hold the next one down, half range. Good, both knees are bent, hips are square to the front. And remember to press into the front heel. Hold, tuck those hips forward, drop those shoulders down. Go ahead and lift your back heel up really high so you're on the ball of the foot. That'll make sure the weight is in that front heel, and then we'll take it into those pulses. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Now we're going to do some side lunges. So we're going to add a little leg raise there as well. So go ahead and bring that knee up. We're going to step to the side, reach forward, hips are going back, chest is lowering on these, and then we'll stand it back up. So step to the side, pull it up. Good. Be sure you're pushing both heels down into the ground. If the knee raise is too much, you could always tap in. You don't have to lift it up if you don't want. We're going to do 3 more. 2. Hold it down. Now, we're going to lift this heel and bend. Not bend, lower, sorry. Lift and lower. I told you we were working those calves. Let's do 3 more heel raises. 2, 3, and we're going to switch it up. All right. Lift the other knee, step in a reach, and pull her up. Drive down through both heels. Your arms work as a counterbalance on these, so the more you reach forward, typically the lower you can go through the hips, so the bigger the bend. So keep finding that full range. Three more. Hold it down, and now those heel raises up and down. Don't bounce, stay still through the rest of the body. Just bring that heel up and down. Suck the belly in. You don't want to feel like it's hanging down. You can do it. We got 3 more. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. All right, guys. We're done with the big muscle groups of the legs. We're going to come on down to our bellies next, and we're going to focus on upper body. We're starting with back exercises. So come on down all the way. Reach those arms out. Extend the legs out, and then look straight down. And we are going to begin with a modified swim. So continue to look down and raise your right arm and left leg. So we're lifting and lowering. And then switch it up, left arm or right leg. Now the key here is to stay out of the lower back. You don't want to feel a pinching in the lower back. And if you do, it's an easy fix. All you have to do is suck your belly button up and off of your floor or mat and keep the core engaged. Remember, the core muscles and the lower back muscles are all intertwined. And as long as you can keep your core active, then that takes the pressure off of the lower back. Keep reaching long. The reach is actually much more important than the height. So every time you lift, lengthen it out. Finish with your left arm and right leg. And then we'll take it straight into our full swan. So both arms, both legs. Again, try to stay out of the lower back. If you're like, my core is tight, Amanda, and I still feel the lower back, go ahead and go wider through the legs. You can go as wide as you want there. You could also just work the arms or just work the legs. Lots of ways you can modify this to suit you today. Reach long. We're going to do 3 more lifts. Hold the third one up. Now we're taking it into swimming. So flutter opposite arm and leg. And you can go as fast as you'd like. Just be sure you're not rocking all over the mat, okay? So stay tight through the core. Stay stable. And keep reaching through the fingers and toes. You can do it. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. And let's take a quick child's pose to stretch that back. So sit back on those heels. Extend your arms. Let your head rest for a second. All right, we're going to come up and we're going to come out into a plank next. So we're just going to hold it for about 30 seconds or so. Make sure before you even start that your shoulders are directly over your wrists because we want really good alignment just to keep any of the injuries away and at bay. And we're going to step back with those feet. And then you want to check the alignment through your hips. You don't want to be too high and you definitely don't want to be sinking low. So draw the core in, lengthen forward through the crown of the head. Good, and you can just hold here and take some deep breaths. The one thing I like to think about when I'm just holding a plank is to imagine a knife or a sword or something sharp right under your belly button, and you have to keep pulling in and up to keep from getting poked. So see if you can keep that core tight. Avoid looking back at the feet. You want to be looking straight down for that neck alignment. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, don't come down yet. We're going to bend the arms just like we're going to do a push-up to come down. From here, uncurl the toes. Reach back towards your feet and lift the arms and legs. Then we're going to lower, curl the toes. Palms are right under the shoulders here. Press back up to your plank. So bend, elbows squeeze in. Reach back to the feet and lift. Place the hands down, press up to plank. Do these as fast as you'd like. Continue with them. Taking it down, lifting, pressing back up. Neck is long. Squeeze those arms in as you lower, just like you'd be doing a tricep push-up. This is taking the place of the push-ups today. So work 'em, work 'em, work 'em. Let's press up 2 more times. Hold it up. Good. All right. Get situated. We're going to do some oblique twist. Take the right knee to the left elbow and then switch. Neck is still long. Abs are still in. Be sure your shoulders also stay stacked here. We don't want to be shifting the weight around through that upper body. You got it. 1 more each side. Woo! Knees down. Take any stretch you would like here. Whenever we're trying to work upper body without any equipment, you got to get a lot of planks in, right? That's one of the only ways you can really work the upper body well without using weights or a band or any other type of equipment. All right. Almost done with plank work. We're going to do high-low plank. So elbow plank to high plank. Come on down to your elbows. You can clasp your hands or put your palms down here. Take it back to your plank. Get nice and situated, and then press up to high plank. Take it back down to low plank. Modify these by going wider through the feet. You can also do these on the knees to modify. So do what works best for you. I know those shoulders are getting tired. Keep that core pulled in, guys. Suck it in as tightly as you can. The next time you take it down to elbow plank, we're going to hold. Moving into Superman, Spider-Man, my bad, whatever superhero it is. We're going to take our our knee to the same side elbow. Keep the hips low. Keep it up, keep it up. One more on each side. And bring it down. All right, we're almost done with this upper body portion. We're going to do some tricep dips. So flip over onto your bottoms, and we're going to have our fingertips pointing to our backs here. All right, we're going to add a little leg work as well to make this more challenging, but if the tricep dip alone is good for you today, don't worry about adding the legs, okay? So lift your hips up. When we do tricep dips, you got to remember that we're trying to work the triceps, so you have to bend the elbow. This is not a butt tap, because I can do this without bending my elbows at all. So be sure that you bend and lift. Bend and lift. Now for the legs, pull the knee in when you bend, and then when you straighten, straighten the leg. So just stick with one leg here. Keep bending the elbow. Elbows, you got two of them, right? Bend both of them. One more on this side. Lower that foot and pull the opposite one in, whatever one you didn't work. Good. So bend and straighten. Let's do two more. Woo! Come on down. Let's do a quick tricep stretch. Take your right arm behind your head and pull on the elbow. And switch. And now, final plank is going to be a couple of side planks, okay? Remember to modify these by keeping the bottom knee down. We're just going to lift and lower today. If you don't want to modify, both legs can be extended, and it doesn't matter today which one's in front, the bottom or the front, or bottom or the top is fine. So let's lift up, look up as well, and then come down to the hip. Lift it up and bring it down. Be sure that this shoulder does not end up into the ear like this, okay? Really press down as much as you can. One more time, and then we'll switch it up. Swing those legs to the other side. All right, when you're ready, lift and look up and bring it down. Shoulder stability. Keep pressing down through the hand on the ground. Last two. Woo! Good job, guys. Flip over, take a child's pose, and a deep breath here. And time to come up. We're going to come to one side, and we're going to work a little bit more legs. We're going to start with some hip work. So come on down. Let's stay propped up on our elbow today, and we can bend our bottom leg. This is kind of a modified position, a little more comfortable for some of us, or you can extend both legs out. Flex the feet, and we're going to lift that top leg up and down, and I want you to really drive out through the heel here, okay? Also, another one, we want to be mindful of this bottom shoulder. We don't want to end up there, so keep pushing down. Fantastic. Toes should be pointed to the front. A lot of times they'll start to turn up because the exercise becomes a little bit easier that way. It's that strong quadricep saying, hey, you weaker hips, I can help you out. So just be careful, because it'll happen, you won't even notice it. Hold your next one up, half range, down and up. Good, keep pushing through the heel. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. Try to stay in control. You got it, 3 more. 2, 1. Hold it at half range. Just be nice and still here. Drive out through the heel. Maybe you can straighten the leg a little more, and then we'll take it into our little bitty pulses. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. That leg you just worked. Bend it forward. Come all the way down. Now, if this is an uncomfortable position, you can let that knee rest down if that feels better, okay? And now we're gonna do inner thigh lift. So straighten your bottom leg out and push out through the heel, and then we'll lift and lower there. Keep pushing. Don't let that knee bend. Three more lifts. Hold the third one up, and then we're gonna come back an inch this time. So keep pushing through the heel, just come backwards. Yes, yes. The inner thighs and the hips are two of the weaker parts of the leg. Just because we are always in forward movement, we never really walk side to side or move side to side much. So those muscles don't get to see a lot of action throughout our everyday activity. So anytime you're doing your exercises, be sure to hit those two muscle groups if you can. Hold it back. Take a breath. And now we're gonna pulse it up. 3, 2, 1. And then we'll switch sides. Gotta make it even. So starting on the elbow, we're gonna work that top hip once again. Remember, you can bend the bottom leg if you prefer. Lifting and lowering. Keep a check on those toes. Remember, we want them forward and not pointing up to the ceiling. Keep pushing down into your elbow. Hold your next one up, half range, down and up. Stay in control. This is where we'll get a little sloppy if we're not careful. Always want you to be mindful of each of your movements. Two more. Hold it at your half range. Push out through the heel. Straighten the leg as much as you can. And then take it into those little baby pulses. 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot in. Lower all the way down for inner thighs. Flex your bottom foot. Lift and lower. Keep the toes pointed forward. Good. Let your head completely relax. Some people like to prop up here. That's okay. If you want to. I don't like that neck position. It's kind of wonky. Can't be good for it, right? Keep the toes forward. Big lifts. How high can you lift here? All right, 2 more lifts. And then we're going to take it back. Remember, back through the heel and forward. It doesn't have to be a big movement at all here. Especially if you feel like you start to swing the leg. Slow it down a little bit. Smaller movement. Keep driving through the heel, making that leg as long as possible. 2 more. Hold. Good. Pulse. 3, 2, 1. Flip over to your back. Shoulder bridges. Arms by the side. Ankles under the knees. And when you're ready, push down into the lower back. Roll up through the spine. And then roll down through the spine. Lifting and lowering 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. Make sure at the top you give those glutes a nice little squeeze. Right there. Squeeze it. And then lower. Good. Keep the feet nice and flat. We're going to hold our next bridge up at the top, and then we're going to lower our hips halfway down and squeeze to lift. Really work the glutes here. Squeeze, squeeze. Feet are flat. Chin is off the chest. You should have a little space there. 2 more. And roll it down. Hug those knees in. And we're gonna finish up this workout with our core work. So let's come up actually to a seated position. And we're going to do some assisted tucks. So with the hands behind us, and you can turn your hands however it's comfortable, we're going to pull the knees in, and then we're going to extend them out. So pull, pull. The more you lean back, the more challenging it gets. Two more. And hold it up. Lower those feet. Take the hands behind the thighs, and we're going to come halfway back, pushing down to the shoulders here. And up. Push down and up. Good. Now that we're working core, remember the number one rule is to keep that belly tight. Don't push it out. We want to be pulling it in. You should always be thinking about the muscle you are trying to work. That focus makes a huge difference. The next time you come back, lift the right leg, bring it up, and left, bring it up. Don't let those shoulders creep. Keep pushing down. One more on each leg. And now we're going to roll all the way down, extend the arms and legs out. All right, this time, take our left arm to a T actually, and we are going to lift the left leg, reach up and over across the body to tap it. Just going to the left. You can come up as high as you want here. A modification would be bending the knee and only lifting the head, just like this. Two more. And then switch it up. Right arm goes out. Lift that right leg. Reach across the body. Final two. Woo! All right, pull both knees in. Double leg stretch. Head can rest to modify, otherwise lift it up. We're going to reach the arms and legs out and then pull them in. Out. In. Now the lower you take those feet towards the floor, the harder it gets to keep the belly flat. Let's do two more. Beautiful. Rest the head. Hands behind the head. Let's crisscross it. Extend your right leg up. Twist to the left and switch. Keep switching. Keep the elbows wide. One more each way. Woo! And hug those knees in. All right, guys. That is it for today. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating like a hog over here. And I hope you felt like you got a good workout too. And I look forward to seeing you next time.